343 Industries just released a PC showcase video detailing a bunch of the features that we can expect to see for Halo Infinite on PC. Just know that it is built from the ground up to be a PC title. This isn't a port. We're going to go into some of the details there, and they also announced some cool new partnerships. So if you guys want to win this sweet looking graphics card, yes, win. You cannot buy this thing. There'll be plenty of chances to win it. So make sure you guys stay tuned throughout the entirety of the video to understand everything that you need to know about all the new PC features coming to Halo. Hitting that like button greatly helps the channel out, and subscribe if you're new here and you want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest news going on with Halo Infinite. So let's start with what I personally believe is the biggest news to come out of this announcement, which is that there will be separate playlists and ranked depending on your input. So if you're on controller, there'll be a ranked playlist for you. If you're on mouse and keyboard, a ranked playlist for you. And if you so choose, there will be a cross-input ranked playlist for everybody who wants to go on ahead and play with their friends who are using different inputs than them. And I think that's a really good compromise by 343. As long as the population allows it, then I don't see this ever being a problem. They also reaffirmed that there is crossplay across all platforms that Halo Infinite is releasing on. This time they weren't specific in saying multiplayer crossplay, so I'm assuming this means campaign as well. So I'm hoping that's confirmation that the crossplay is happening for campaign, unlike with MCC. Now, something that was confirmed previously by 343 was that ray tracing would not make it to launch for Halo Infinite. This was before they announced the delay of the game. So fans like me were hoping that maybe ray tracing would make it at launch now after the delay, but that is still not the case. Ray tracing will not be there at launch, but they did state that it's one of their top development priorities post-launch, and they look forward to sharing more on ray tracing soon. 343 did announce that they partnered with AMD to work closely with them on getting ray tracing support up and running on both PC and of course on consoles, since the Series X and S both use an AMD chipset, and I expect them both to have the ray tracing support. It would really shock me if a first-party Microsoft title didn't take advantage of one of the biggest features of their next generation systems. Now, this isn't the only thing that AMD helped with Halo Infinite. They actually had AMD engineers optimize performance for Ryzen processors, including implementing changes that led Halo Infinite to perform better on processors with high core and thread counts, which is actually a problem that a lot of games have. When you get those high core and thread counts, they really don't know how to optimize or use those cores and threads, so that is really good to hear. They said they also worked with them to ensure Halo Infinite takes full advantage of ultra-high performance AMD Radeon RX 6000 series GPUs based on the RDNA 2 gaming architecture, which also includes developing driver updates that deliver massive improvements in the frame time performance throughout areas of the game's campaign. 343 also announced that Halo Infinite will fully support AMD FreeSync Premium Pro technology, so if you have a monitor that has that tech built in, that is another huge feature coming. 343 also stated that AMD was willing to pursue a long-term partnership with Halo across both engineering and marketing efforts, so look forward to seeing a lot of stuff coming from AMD, including additional configuration options, performance tweaks, memory improvements across both PC and console, and they're working together on more optimization solutions that should benefit all platforms. They also announced that beginning on October 26th, AMD will include a code for 1 month of Xbox Game Pass for PC with the purchase of select AMD Radeon and AMD Ryzen box products at participating retailers and online retailers, so that you will be able to enjoy Halo Infinite day one on Game Pass. Now, about that Halo Infinite limited edition AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT, it's quite the mouthful. That thing is not going to be for retail sale, which is probably a good thing because of scalpers, but you will have plenty of chances to win this on Twitter, so make sure you're following AMD Radeon and Halo on Twitter to stay tuned for some chances to win this sick looking graphics card. Follow me on Twitter as well at @ThePatmanGaming. I'll be retweeting anything that they say about this giveaway. One more partnership to talk about before we move on to just basically the overview of features that they reiterated for Halo Infinite, and that is Razer Chroma RGB. All Razer customers will benefit from Halo Infinite's integration of Razer Chroma RGB with in-game events that trigger unique peripheral lighting to correspond to an event. So if your gun is out of ammo, you might see it flash red across your keyboard if that's what you're rocking for a Razer product. When your shields are low, a bunch of different in-game events will trigger different lighting situations. course, there's the Halo Infinite line of Razer products that I did a video on if you guys want to check that out if you're interested in any new PC peripherals. Now, as far as an overview of the features that Halo Infinite will have, we of course heard about this before, but your PC will be able to host a LAN party, which is pretty darn cool. Another thing is that the options for ultra wide seem to be vast, especially for super ultra wide. So you can see more of the left and right as far as your peripheral vision, and that isn't always the case in a lot of games. Instead of scaling it up and down, you could see more left and right. You also have options to bring in your HUD for super ultra wide monitors, so if you don't want to have to turn your head to look at your radar, then you could bring it closer and scrunched in on your screen, which is a really cool feature. They also talked about their latency and how it's some of the lowest in the industry, so I really look forward to testing that out. They did briefly mention anti-cheat. Of course there's going to be one. It's a very important thing to have, but they did say they want to respect player privacy with that anti-cheat and not force any kind of DRM stuff. We also know that Halo Infinite will support Discord invites, Xbox Live invites, and Steam linking, so you will be able to send invites through any of those platforms to go on ahead and play with your friends all seamlessly, which is pretty cool. They also reiterated that cinematics will be included in their ultra wide and super ultra wide support. FOV adjustment will of course be there, frame rate customization, advanced graphics settings, and even things like weapon offsets, triple keybinds, the PC LAN support. All of that is proof that they are committed to making sure Halo Infinite is built from the ground up to be a world-class PC experience. And after playing the flight, which is probably not even the final version of the game as far as settings, there is a plethora of options on PC, and it is really exciting to see stuff I've never seen before in a PC game. So that gets me really excited to really customize my experience, because that's what PC gaming is all about. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Hopefully I catch you on a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 5,000 before the launch of Halo Infinite. But until next time, everyone, I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.